So I really take a business approach to politics. When you hear that I return every call personally, I do. People say, well, that's crazy, that's nuts, you can't return 70 or 100 calls a day. I do. Every email that comes into my office, I respond to every email personally, and I get hundreds a day, and I take the time to do that. Being in the mayor's chair, you won't be able to do that. But I can guarantee that the civil servants, the councillors, will be doing that, because the most frustrating thing I've heard over and over outside of the reckless spending at City Hall is customer service. And I don't see any reason why, after we've had 13 years of an amalgamated city, we can't perform a simple task of picking up garbage or filling a pothole. And you know what? We can talk large scheme items, but what really affects people is their day-to-day operations of just putting out the garbage, getting the garbage picked up, having their pothole fixed, getting the grass cut in their park. Just, they wake up in the morning and everyone has a busy life, but they just want everyday things to be taken care of. But for $210,000 to hire 4 or 5 people, there's just not enough work. I can honestly say I don't know what these people do in their other offices. What I'm proposing to do is reduce the staff budget from $210,000 to $175,000, which is more than enough. I really would like to get it right down to maybe $150,000. But you know what? I have to do what I think council will support. I think all the spending should be online. Every dime, and you're going to say, well, $11.2 or $11.6 billion of an operating capital budget can't go online. You're absolutely right, it can go online. You're absolutely right, you can put this online. And if people aren't computer literate, and there's still some seniors out there or other people that aren't, okay, fine, we can print it out and show them. But there's no reason why, if we can print it on paper, we can't put that paper on a computer screen and people can read through it. When you say transparent and accountable, it will be as transparent as that bottle of water there. You will have true transparency when Rob Ford's mayor. And I will make every councillor and every bureaucrat accountable for what they spend. You have a budget now of $11.6 billion, capital and operating combined. I think it was somewhere about $6 billion 10 years ago. When I first got elected, I asked yourself, as you as a taxpayer, you got double the value for your tax dollar than you did 10 years ago? Absolutely. There's no way you have it. We have $360 million in road repairs that are backlogged. I want to abolish the car registration tax and the land transfer tax. And the first thing people say, well, where are you going to make up the money? Well, there's so many examples of waste and mismanagement. It's less than 2% out of our whole capital and operating budget. In the private sector, every single year, companies have to trim the bottom line by 10, 15% sometimes. We're talking 2%. If we can't find 2% of savings at $11.6 billion operating capital budget, then there's something wrong. There's no sacred cows when Rob Ford's mayor. I'm going to put everything on the table. I'm going to talk to all the departments and say, here, let's start tightening our belts. Because I'm not going to go to the taxpayers next year with a 5% tax increase. Rate of inflation is, I think, 1.8 right now. Okay, fine, that's in line. But you won't have a higher property tax increase than 2%. I'm not going to promise a 0% tax increase. But I'll guarantee we're not going to go higher than the rate of inflation, which is 1.8, I think, or 1.9 when I last checked. People can live with that. But when we're going up 4 or 5% every year, that's ridiculous. I'm not one of these mean, vindictive type of people. I say good morning to everyone I see. I have no problem. Some people take it really personal. When I call, when you're in the ring. Outside the ring, your helmets come off. You're, buddy. Some people aren't buddy. They really, for one reason or another, take it personal. I don't. I understand they have a role to play, and I have a role to play. I have no problem. I know. I saw Mal Lassman do it. I saw the mayor do it. I've never seen a mayor have a problem getting their agenda through. And I feel very comfortable that right now, I can count, I can I know I have 17 votes right now. And I said, can I get another 23? Or can I get another 4 or 5, including myself? I feel very confident that I'll have 25 votes.